Alright, welcome back inside the Las Vegas Ice Center for period number 2 of the United States Hockey League TriCity Storm All-Star Game. Still think that we're still scoreless here to start the second. Goaltenders are the same, Tomeo and Rasmussen. In the goal, after getting a rest, short rest. And we're back underway. Stretched ahead by McNeely, and a chance is held by Rasmussen. Getting a quick stoppage here, 11 seconds into period 2. Tie up here on the draw. This is Dixon working towards open ice. Turned away by Rasmussen. Kept down low, a chance, wing go, and it comes on out to center. McNeely racing back for it. Tomeo turns it back for him. Steer ahead by Dixon, and a chance here for Carlson. Carlson streaking back in, and a chance blocked off there by Matthews. Go ahead here, the blow, can't come up with it. Matthews knifes it down. Matthews still working with it, upend it, no penalty here. Now Jansen's, whoops, up ahead. Taking it here by Clerman. Clerman with it. Starts up ahead for Magion. And it's carried ahead by Hawkinson. 3-on-2. Too far there for Rutherford. He turns it back down low. And a chance here. Lift it up ahead. Knife down by Rutherford and taking back in here by Cipollone. Magion, a chance. And a penalty might have been on that play with Cipollone at the blue line. Tripping penalty given to number 7, Vito Jansen. Shits ahead, Foskey walking the line. Wheels it back here. For Priska, now Foskey a chance. Into the legs of Osik. Kicked ahead. Up back in by Altman. And it's held by Rasmussen. Chance taken in here by Adam Goodser. Goodser working in with a chance. He fires out on high. It skims around the dasher. And Azar has to go back for it. Rasmussen plays it on ahead. And fired on ahead. Hoisted on back by Adder. Knocked down here by Yoon. Yoon on ahead. Dealt off for Graham. Now walking in is Azar. He had poked away. Yoon, or Graham back to Yoon. Azar. Chance in front, and they score! Willem DeVoe with the goal. Power play goal. 7:15 to play in period 2. 1-0 Team White. Taken in by McNeely. Team White on the board first here. McNeely moving on in. Steers it back in around for Meyer. Meyer turns away. Meyer now. Still with it, keeping it away. And Meyer has to go back for it. Keep it right away in front, and a chance there. When go, that was Goodser getting in front, or Slavin. Check that. Now Matthews gathers in. Steers it around. Stanko a chance. Redirected in up over the goal by Meyer. Taken in there by Falls. And brought back in by Matthews. He's got a man towards the front. Slavin with it. Slavin bumped into. Matthews with it. Matthews walks into one and it is now a part of the ceiling. Redirect it up into the insulation area and never came back down. Taking in by Alford. Carlson jumps it back for Alford. Carlson across. Jansen turns it ahead. Brought back in by Limoges. Limoges drops out for Dixon. A chance. Punched away by Rasmussen. Another chance up high. Wouldn't go. Now back to the line. That chance punched just wide. The stick broke from Alford. Tie up there by Limoges. Limoges from his falling there. A chance for Dixon would go. Another chance. And it's held by Rasmussen. Taken in behind here. Tie-up comes loose. This is Maguillon. Kept to the corner. That chance fought by Rasmussen. Loose in front, and they score. Rutherford chips it in, and we're tied at 1. Klingberg gets it back on across. Taken in here by Adder. He had it swiped away. Now Klingberg back for it. Tie up here. Klingberg comes away with it. Up ahead, hoping for Rutherford. Well, watch out there. So Azar still trying to get back up there, and so the goal from Rutherford from Kelleher and Stanko. And time here on the draw. This is Kerman up ahead. Taking it here by Graham. Graham deals it off for Matthews. Now here they come again. Ran off the play was Altman. Altman now still works with it in behind. Centers it. Far up there by Rasmussen. Turned on back. Up ahead too far. It's going to go for an icing. .14:07 to play in period 2. Tie up on the jaw. Altman's chance off a leg. Brought ahead by Grimm. He's wrestled down by Altman. Watch there, no penalty. Kerman with it. And chipped on ahead. And brought back in by Kerman. He's ran away. And a chance here for Meyer. Meyer streaks on through. Ain't a little Rasmussen. And he's stopped there. Kicked away. Chanson's on across. Stevens hoists it back in. Around it goes. And a penalty here coming up on gotta really pay attention to the signal there for the penalty. It's on Joey Matthews for slashing. Team Black with the man advantage here. Minor penalty at 13:29. Krishka chips it ahead. And it says Hawkinson back for it. Janssens waits for the play to develop. Gets ahead for Sotirov. Dropped off for Meyer. Meyer cutting on through. Hawkinson just waits for it. Chip back down low. This is Hawkinson. Dealing it off for Meyer. Back for Hawkinson. Takes it in behind. Deals it off in front. It's taken away. And Hawkinson trying to steer it ahead. Hawkinson moving back in. He's bumped by Foskey. And it's cleared. Tomeos sets it up for Alpert. Alpert moves it on ahead for Limoges. Hawkinson was still out there. Now brought ahead by Dixon. 45 seconds to play in the man advantage. Limoges. Carlson back to the line for McNeely. Stevens thought about it and just drops it off for McNeely. McNeely again. Down low, playing catch with Limoges. Dixon cuts to the goal, and they score! 2 power play goals, and it's 2-1, Team Black. Here's Christopher Carlson, set up nicely by Justin Dixon. And we have ourselves a 2-1 lead for Team Black, and a few goals now scored here in the game. 11:40 to play here in period 2. Stevens marches ahead. Carlson on across. Limoges to Dixon. Couldn't settle it down. It's chipped back by Yoon. And this is Nardicchio trying to get away. Taking it here. Stevens dealing it off and dealing the blow stick out of his hands. Brought ahead by Nardicchio. Nardicchio ran off there by Stevens. He might have looked like he caught his stick up high. Might have been his shoulder instead. Now Dixon, 3-on-2. With Limoges and Carlson. Limoges trying to slide it back for Dixon or Carlson. It wouldn't go. Skips up over the top of the stick of Stevens and brought back in by Magian. Magian hooked away by Tomeo, and he'll cover. Taken away here. Rutherford chipping it back in. Rutherford finds it. Gets it back ahead. And Klingberg back after it in the corner. Sends it on across. Whoa, that was Allard who caught an edge. Now Klingberg. Hoists it high. Chase down here by Kelleher. He couldn't come up with it. Neither could Stanko. Kelleher on the back check does. Now Rutherford drops it off. A chance. Hit the mask of Rasmussen and he holds. And now cue the backup goaltenders to enter the fray. And I would say the starters have done their job here. CJ Booth and Marek Smitens taking over here. Under 10 minutes to play in period 2. Halfway mark of the game. You steer ahead. Offberg thought about playing it. Now it just goes back to his defensive position. Jansen's on Graham. Now here is Goodsir centering it. And Altman clears it ahead for Osik. Now O'Rourke gets it back for Altman. Altman has to try and deal it off to the point. He has swiped away. Graham on across. Offberg up ahead for Altman. Too far for the take by Osik. Osik tied up with Kriska in behind. Coming in there is Goodsir, and Goodsir comes away with it. Steer back on across. Now to the return feed by DeVoe. Too far ahead of Goodsir. They have to go back for it. Skips over top of the stick of Azar. Altman trying to wheel it towards the goal. Comes back for O'Rourke. He's met by a flurry of defense here. Azar tied up with him. Somehow Team Black comes away with it. McNeely walking into one. That hit a leg. And ricochets up behind the goal. Turn back down low for Meyer. Meyer turning away from Azar. Meyer still comes away with it. 3 against 1. It's turned on across. Too far for Stevens. He flips it across for McNeely. Scale back in. Hawkinson back forward in the corner. Steers on around for Sotirov. That chance for Stevens won't go. Hawkinson throws it towards the goal. It ricochets along the boards and kept back in by Stevens. Hawkinson met behind by Checkers. Gathered in here by Sotirov. Back to the line for McNeely. Deals it off for Stevens. He fanned on that one. Now comes back for Hawkinson. Gathered in by Sotirov. Punched away by Graham, but right to Hawkinson. Steers away from Clermont. Hawkinson takes it in behind. Deals it back to the line. McNeely dealt back down low. Reaching in there is Stevens. He keeps it in on a nice cycle here. Trying to keep it going is Team Black. Dealt off for Limoges. Limoges for Meyer. It's off the crossbar. Cleared, but not out. Stevens a chance. Kicked out by Booth. And now Graham flips it high. McNeely traps it down. Turns it back in. Team Black might be spent here, going for a change as it's chipped by Slavin into the bench. Back to the line, that chance for Adder to go. Adder steers it all away. Tied up was Carlson. Carlson trying to kick it loose. Now comes loose for Dixon across. Klingberg drops it off. Limoges cutting with it, and chance would not go for Dixon. Now Goodsir turns away. Chip back by DeVoe. Peck tried to get it to him, couldn't. Taken in behind by DeVoe. Center in front. And it comes back for Stanko. Now Carlson. Ahead for Dixon. He gets behind. Foskey moves in, and chance is blocked away by Booth. Yoon steers ahead for Foskey. Up ahead for DeBlau. DeBlau racing back in. It's slid away by Alford. Kept in here by Falls. Goes for Offberg, and now Rutherford on the wing. Chips it up ahead for Janssens. And Kelleher couldn't get enough. That one roll off his stick. Give him back to Falls. Azar on a cross. Back to him. Doesn't like that decision. Decides to return to Yoon. Now ahead for DeBlau. DeBlau sealing off his man, but couldn't come away with the puck. It's chipped back in by Stanko. Rutherford racing back with it along with Azar. Azar gets there first, chips it ahead. And coming away with it is Kelleher. That chance steered high. Around here in front for McNeely. Now McNeely again. McNeely. Watch there, deals it off for Kelleher. Sends it across to Rutherford. Chip back for Stevens. Stevens walks into that one, and it's off a leg. Chip back there by Cipollone. Cipollone now taking it. Dealt off. And brought ahead here by Altman. McNeely with it. Puts it back for O'Rourke. Nearly taken away by Cipollone. Now Osik streaking on through. Couldn't get past Foskey. He's bumped off by Klurman. And too far ahead there. Chip back for Osik. Osik plays it across for Klingberg. Carried in here by Osik. Osik moving in with a chance, and it's held there by Booth. As we played a good amount without a stoppage. 4 minutes to play here in period 2. No goals surrendered here by the newly masked men. There are all the chances here for Team Black here in the late goings in the second. Alford deals it back. Krishka up ahead trying to get something started here. Slavin moves it ahead. Couldn't find Taylor. It's thrown back in. Meitens plays it on wrong. Kicked in by Taylor. He's tied up here with Klingberg. Slavin in there and try to help along with Sotirov. Dug loose by Slavin. Leans on Sotirov. A chance in front there for Taylor, and it's covered up by Meitens, who sees his first action of the game. Taylor to take the draw against Sotirov. Tie up there, it comes loose and flipped by Adder and hits something out of play. And they'll redo. Taylor won that one straight back with Slavin, couldn't control. Cutting in there with a chance was Taylor off the stick of Yoon. Now around for Meyer. He starts ahead for Sotirov. Sotirov racing back in, drops it off for Klingberg. He gets that one towards the front of the goal. And Slavin cut off there by Klingberg. The crowd here by Yoon. He lifts it back in, deals off. And trouble here with playing the puck is Meitens to get away to Graham. Klingberg was back though. He watches Graham. Gathered in there by DeVoe. Now Graham, chance for Azar is blocked by Hawkinson. DeVoe turns it back in. And Adder lost it. Graham moving back in, looks, takes it in behind, now from the corner, centers out in front. Furman walks, shoots off the glove of Meitens. And Garrett in here by Adder. Mogs, return feed to Adder. Too far ahead for Carlson. He gathers it in anyway. Really taken away by Azar. And now a chance in front for Dixon, and he scores! Well, that's a happy face if I've ever seen one. Justin Dixon with the goal in front. It is 3-1 with 2:05 to play in the second. Chipped on back by Goodser. Now Goodser ahead with it. Goodser streaking back through. He had it swiped away and brought back ahead by Lamodes. Lamodes takes it wide. Turns it in front for Carlson, and a chance here for Dixon. Couldn't come away with it. That chance blocked away by Booth. Kept down low. Skittered on around here. And this is Peck streaking on through. Chance here for DeBow. He's pumped off by Jansen's, and Peck with a seeing eye shot finds its way past Mitens. .117 to play here in period 2. It is 3-2. Control one back, taken in here by Foskey. He throws it across for Krischka. Ahead here, taken off the stick of Falls. And this is Rutherford. Too far ahead for Stanko. He regathers it in anyway, bumped into. Gathered in by Falls. Foskey ahead. Bumps into Stevens. Chance for McNeely was held by Booth. Heck from Daniel DeBlow. And it's taken in here by McNeely. He steals it off in front. Kelleher bringing it back in. Kelleher drops it off. No one there as Graham gathers it in. Krischka turns it to Graham. He chips ahead for Nardella. Now Graham gets in front. Pad down there by Mitens. And Stevens sends it ahead for Rutherford. He's checked off. He just gets it to safety. Stanko with open ice here. Drop back for McNeely. McNeely with time. McNeely's going to get around Cipollone. Now McNeely still back in. Dealt off for Kelleher. As time runs out here in the second, it's a 3-2 lead for Team Black in the 2016 Tri-City Storm All-Star Game. From inside the Las Vegas Ice Center once again. Teams will break to their locker rooms, have a rest, and we'll be back for the third in just 15 minutes.